We are a few weeks away from going to Windrock, and if those of you don't know, it is 24/7, 365 days a year. That means night riding. And for that, we're going to be installing Auxbeam's latest 3-inch Color Play Series. I actually got 2 sets of these we're going to install this machine. But before we get to the install, let's get inside. Let me show you what it comes with. All right, let's get these bad boys open. So you do get an instruction manual as well as some specs on the lights and an awesome sticker. But here is the big deal. So we have clear cover lenses if we want them, or you can stick to the amber that they have. And I've got to say, the housing on these things and the bracket is super nice. So housing is a nice aluminum that is actually powder coated, and you have a beautiful stainless steel mount setup along with a 3-pin Deutsch connector, which happens to have a very nicely done switch setup as well as a complete wiring harness. We'll open that up here in a second. Now, the wiring harness kit, you have 2 Deutsch connectors, I believe it's the proper way of pronouncing them, waterproof connectors to go to the lights, which plug directly in the back side of the light housing themselves. Now, this wiring harness has got plenty of length to it, so no matter what you're putting on, what side-by-side, 4-seater, 2-seater, wherever you want to run the lights, you have plenty of wiring harness to do what you need to. You also have relay built in here. Actually, it just disconnects, so if you need to buy another one, if it ever goes bad, not an issue there. Inline fuse, which is nice. A lot of stuff you don't get this day and age seems to have inline fuse. You have to put it in there. And then your switch itself. So the nice thing about the switches too is that you can actually unplug it pretty quickly. So you don't have to worry about running this. You can go on and get this where you want it to. Let this kind of dangle down. And once you get your wiring harness in place, then feed it up multiple ways. But this switch does have RGB and the on-off switch. So the cool thing about these lights is that they have RGB lighting that pretty much you could change to whatever color you want, or to actually flip through different colors. And then when you want to turn the spotlight on, you can actually, instantly do that with a push of a button. So we have our brackets on. Now I put 2 of them here. So basically they're going to sit right here. Now I went this direction. They kind of inset a little bit, but I did that because I wanted it to be a little bit sleeker up here. So we're gonna have 2 nice lights sitting here and here. Then we've got our brackets up here. We're gonna bolt these up right up here to the top side. Now I'm gonna run the bolts from the top down. And the nice thing about these brackets, I don't know if you can tell or not, but right in here, there is actually little pieces that hold the actual bolt in place. So you don't have to put a wrench on it, but we do have to pull this loose. So I'm gonna pull all these loose, and then we'll get these brackets mounted on, then we'll put these back on. All right, so next what we're gonna do is actually feed the 2 ends that have the plugs on them, the Deutsch connectors. We're gonna feed those through the firewall. So if you guys see right there where that yellow and blue wire come through, that is where we're actually gonna feed the wires through. All right, we have got the wires coming through the firewall. Now this one over here feeds around, just like this yellow wire does, around, and it comes through right here, around to the front over here. This one on this side is a little bit trickier. So the wire comes around, and I've got it coming around the tube here. I probably should have went in front of it, but just gives me something to tie this off to. But it feeds back around. This one is super tight. So we have the wire coming through the firewall. We're coming up. I've just got it pulled up here out the way for now. So we're just gonna set all this out, keeping it tight. Now what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna hook up the wiring for these top sections. All right, quick overview of the wire. We've got those wires I showed you earlier going back through there. Now these upper ones, I have run them down. Now what I've actually done is run between the windshield and the roof, back up on the backside, except for here, I came out right here, had to zip tie it all, and then I just ran down along this A-pillar, down through here. Now what I'm gonna do is when I get these panels back on, before I do all this, I'm gonna tuck this in down here a little bit more. This panel is gonna sit over that one. It hasn't hurt anything. It's just a plastic panel. It's not really it's not putting that much pressure on it. You see how I have these kind of run down underneath here. I'm gonna do the same thing to this. I'm gonna get this pulled down just so it stays hidden. By the time I put it all back together, you'll never see it. This is the switch they come with. So this switch is a RGB plus an on-off switch. So it's not like a typical rocker switch. As you can tell, it has a wire coming in it. All right, so we're just gonna take a little screwdriver, pop that one out, pop this one out. I'm actually taking, there's a little dot right there from the mold, and I'm actually just running the drill at that area, going backwards a little bit, kind of in that corner, and drilling down. Now I use a piece of wood just to be safe, and then I can take a pair of these cutters and I can snip away this bottom. And we're gonna do both sides of that. So we'll just feed this through. I'm gonna grab it from the back side, pull it up. We'll do that one, and then we'll do this one, same thing. All right, now we're gonna take our switch cover, and I'm just gonna put it around the wire, like so. Just like that. Ooh. Actually, it looks really good. So one thing I didn't note when I was filming this video is that I have a Polaris, and with Polaris, you have the Polaris pulse bar. Now that is how I'm gonna wire this up that you're gonna see in the rest of this video. But the nice thing about these Auxbeams is that it doesn't matter if you have any type of pulse bar or anything like that. It's really simple and easy to hook up. If you have the pulse bar type setup, you can do as I do. If not, they have ring terminals already on the wiring harness. That means you can go straight to the battery if you want to, or you could tie it off to your fuse block, depending on whether or not you want to be able to turn them on with the machine, whether or not you have power hooked up, or the key on, I should say. So you've got either of those methods. Quite simple. If you want it to where when you turn on the key, then you can turn them on, you'll hook it to the fuse block. So basically your positive will go to the actual big positive that goes to the fuse block. Find your negative terminal, something that's grounding for your black to hook up to. But if you wanted to be able to turn them on at any point in time, you can go directly to the battery. And then that way, whether you have the key on or not, it doesn't matter. So if you're sitting there and you just want to have lights on and you don't want to have the key on or anything else running, you can just hit the button, you can go straight to the battery, you're done. But like I said, this video, I'm going to show you how to hook it up to the pulse bar. So let's get back to it. And now we're going to get our plug-ins ready. Now I'm going to do this a little different because I originally was going to go to where it would be with the key on, but I think I have changed my mind to be whether the key's on or not, I can turn them on. But I'm going to set myself up to where if I want to switch it back, I can. So I'm going to go ahead and put plug-ins, quick connectors on both the yellow or the red and blue. That'll allow me just to unplug and plug in if I need to switch. So we're going to do that. I'm going to get some plug-ins on these. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our other end of our harness, and we have our red and black. So the red is going to go to either the red or the blue, depending on, and it could depend on the color, but basically the middle wire is if it's going to be on the key. The outer wire that's red or whatever color they may have put it, as long as it ain't black, that'll be always positive no matter if the key's on or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my plugins on these things, and then really it's going to be tidying this up as best as I can. All right, now what you guys may have not have seen is that I actually put the females, it doesn't really matter either way, truthfully, but I put 2 females on the hots and then a male on the ground. I did the reverse on here. That way, when I'm working on this circuit, it's so much harder for you to actually screw up and put the wrong color with the wrong color and burn your stuff up. So this is just so much easier. If I'm like having to troubleshoot something, or if I'm going to go unplug it in there, I make sure I don't have to make sure I don't grab the wrong one, and just makes it so much better. So there we are. We've got that one done. We're going to do this one real quick. We're going to go to the red, So I'm going to do this to where it's not keyed. Boom. And then to my ground. That little prong's a little the wrong way. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. So we've got all this done. Now the fun part is going to be binding all this up. We've got to still hook up our switch connections, but that's super easy because literally, for instance, this one here is going to plug in, let's see, right here. There's tons of wire. Honestly, way too much, but for every application, you never know what you're going to need. So at this point, we're able to plug in our switch. Hold my mouth right, make sure the prongs are a little, there we go. Say that. Hold my mouth just right. That prong in there is a little bent. There we go. See, that should be enough now. So, see how much easier it is when stuff goes together right? I mean, you know, stuff like that happens from playing around with it, moving it around, whatever. So if it doesn't feel like it's going to go, then stop and say, wait a minute, I need to check something. And in the process, I'll knock you guys over. But yeah, we will put our switches together. This was the same way. Same little issue where the plug, so I'll guarantee you a little tweak to that one. Like so. Bingo. All right, so before I wrap all of this up and put it away and put everything up, we're gonna test it. So now what we're gonna do is literally go into our pulse bar and we're gonna plug this in. That's it, nothing else. We're gonna plug it into the pulse bar and we should have power at that point. So let me get that hooked up and let's see what happens. Now, the moment of truth. Cross our fingers that when I hit those buttons, those come on. But maybe we should turn the lights out for this. Oh yeah. Yes, they work. All right, so there we have it. Panels are on. Now you can tell the wire, yes, right there. But it wraps underneath this panel, goes up and around, hides pretty dang well. Inside, just to show you guys, so everything looks nice and neat and clean. And what we have is our buttons. So to turn them on, you'll see they light up and they show that we've got our spots on. Now the RGBs, as you can see, we hit the color. Now, if we switch through these, you will see it changes to whatever color the RGBs are. Now, these are the Auxbeam Color Play Series. Well, because the RGB lighting in the background can change to multiple colors. The nice thing about these lights as well is right now I've got them set as a flood, but if we want to do a diffuser combo, we can actually add the clear one on. And if you like the yellow look, well, you can have that as well. Plus some really nice covers to keep these things when we're traveling down the road before we get to actually use them, keep them from getting messed up. Now the color play, well, this is why they're called the Color Play Series. You can tell they will actually go through different colors. Now you can have it on this fade, or you can pick a solid color, and that is basically the backlighting. And then when you actually need the lights on, you can hit another button and you have your full on bright light that gets you all the extra lighting you need for your driving. All right, it is finally dark out. Let's get out here. Let's see what these lights look like. I'm not gonna lie, I've already seen them. They are freaking fabulous, but let me show you guys. We're gonna turn on these lights. I'm gonna show you first the backlighting options and how that works, and then we're gonna jump into the actual lighting. Let's get it. All right, so first up, let me show you guys the RGB backlighting that you get with these things. So what you're seeing here is the RGB lighting. Now, currently I have it to where it is cycling through. Now I've got them offset right now. You can sync them up if you want to. I say you can sync them up if you want to. Basically, you have to hit them at the same time, and they pretty much stay the same color throughout. But if you want to go to a solid color, you can go through, you can pick whatever color you want. You can change one set to one or the other. But let's be honest, what we're here for is, well, watch your eyes. Yes, absolutely amazingly bright lights. Now, this to me is well worth what they asked for these things. I'm surprised at how well this lighting is getting put out. Like, it is a lot of lumens in the area. Now, right now, I currently have the clear lenses with basically the top acts as a spotlight and then the bottom gets acted as a floodlight because of the way the lens is designed. If you want the yellow covers, they come with that, as we've shown you earlier. They also have covers to go over these, or if you don't want any of it and just be an all spotlight, you can pull those covers off. But I'm really loving how well these things actually pick up. They are super, super bright. And if one set isn't good enough, I mean, 2 sets is quite amazing. But for those of you just wanting to know what 1 set looks like, this is with both sets of lights that I have going, both the top and bottom. But now let's just say I want to run the bottoms only. I can flip off the tops. That's what you get with a dual set of these lights. And then, of course, if you wanted to mount them up high, this is what I've got for the high mounted portion. That's what I'm getting. But you turn them both on and it really lights it up. Now, if you're wondering, well, how does this compare to stock? Well, on this 2024 Razor, I thought it had great headlights, but let's just turn these off. Here's what we have. Now, we're gonna turn on my headlights here. Right now, I have my daytime running lights. That's why we see a little faint glow. There is my headlights. And then here is my brights. Now, let me just flip those on. Huge, huge difference. I mean, quite remarkable the amount of light that these things put out. So am I happy with these things? Yes, I am. These things are super, super bright. So guys, if you're looking for a set for yourself, check down the description below or check out auxbeam.com. I'll make sure to put a link for there. I mean, let's be honest, these things are bad to the bone. Pick your setup, but this video, we're gonna end it off. I'll see you on the next one.